It was 94 minutes and 34 seconds into the game. That's the latest regulation Euro goal by an Englishman. 21 years, 1 day is the youngest Englishman to score in the knockout stages. We've seen 6 stoppage time goals this season from Bellingham for club and country. And don't forget as well the Valencia one, which got chalked off, which shouldn't have been either, when the ref blew the whistle for full time. And as I mentioned, that goal was England's first shot of the match. Jules, I promise I'll come to you in a minute. I just want to get it from an ex-professional's point of view. Is that why you leave Jude Bellingham on, despite the fact he did nothing in the game? Because someone like that, with that skill, can produce that sort of moment.
Absolutely. Listen, generally, I think Gareth Southgate's lucky, because generally, the question you're asking, usually a team has a couple of players who, unless they've lost a leg, they have to stay on, because you know, as bad as they've been, as much as they may not have been in the game, you know you need a goal from nothing. And you need players that can do that. And actually, if there's one thing you can say about England, they've actually got more than Jude Bellingham. And when I say that about players that can produce something from nothing. So he's lucky, you know, we say it all the time. It doesn't matter how good or how bad you are, but if you've got some quality, you can always pull it out. And if you ever want an example of that, you've just seen it today.
What were you going to give him, 2 out of 10 before he scored?
Oh, no, I was ready to give him a 2, between 2 or 3. And I was talking with Louise, the producer of today's show, and she texted me, said, what do you want to give him, 2? I said, well, not anymore, because he scored at that time.
Yes, yeah.
I say, nobody's going to care about my mark right now. It's going to be 10 out of 10. Because he saved a nation, and everything is going to be, as I said, erased by his magnificent bicycle kick. And that's crazy. That's football. That's the beauty of football. It's what I like about it, the surprises. Even if you are bad, at some point, you can be the hero. So from 0, let's say, or 2 or 3, to hero. But that's Jude Bellingham. I mean, throughout the season, we saw many times where he disappeared.
Yes.
And he wasn't the Bellingham of the beginning of the season. But by some special thing, because he's a special player, he comes back to the front page.
We watched the Clásicos together, Craig. We were laughing, weren't we, when we saw him score those goals, obviously, at Montjuic against Barcelona, because he's kind of writing his own fairy tale here.
Yeah, particularly in the first 6 months of the season or so, and then he obviously, you know, had a little period where he went a little bit flat for him, which was to be expected. But England haven't found a way to get him influencing the game, or Foden, or Saka, or Harry Kane. Any of them, they haven't found a balance that's been able to get them really influencing the game for long periods, for sustained periods where they've got the opposition on the back foot for 10 and 15-minute periods where they can't get out. Like we see Man City doing, Real Madrid, Arsenal this season, where we've seen them play at home against, you know, mid-table, mediocre Premier League teams, and they can't get a touch. Well, England have played mediocre countries, and yet we're in a scenario where they're allowing these teams to look good. And it's on the man. I think it's on the manager. I really do. I think it's his approach, it's his tactics, it's his team selection, and there's no way they should be allowing the amount of pressure that they've been put under by the likes of the teams that they've played.